Many of us are aware of the existence of beaches and other natural-like places, but have never really questioned in what way or form the beaches were created. There are many features that make up a beach, such as sand, cliffs, coastlines, and of course the ocean front. There is a lot of science that has been involved in the process of creating and also modifying a beach. The way our beaches look now does not compare to how they looked years ago. The majority of them have been changed by the combined forces of science and time. A process that has contributed to these changes in a beach is coastal erosion. Coastal erosion occurs when ocean waves, wind, and storms wash away sediments of land that it comes in contact with, such as cliffs or coastlines, eventually causing them to soon collapse within time. The idea of coastal erosion is already dangerous because little by little it can take our land away. But what strengthens this phenomenon is when a storm occurs. When a storm occurs, it increases the strength and the speed of ocean waves, which means the damage of coastal erosion will be larger and faster. Weathering is a big part of the evolution of beaches, and coastal erosion is part of weathering. Weathering can create but also destroy any land that is near an ocean. Weathering is what breaks down the rocks into sediments and what also builds them back together. So it is a cycle that little by little creates sand and rocks at beaches. Therefore, coastal erosion contributes to the weathering process. The Abalone Cove Ecological Reserve, located in Rancho Palos Verdes, features 2 beaches, tide pools, bluff-top viewing areas, and many crisscrossing trails for hikers. It is a popular tourist spot where people go to enjoy the fine sight of the Pacific Ocean. In Southern California, we have many houses and buildings that were built near many coastlines. This is in fact very dangerous due to the damage that coastal erosion can cause to these areas, such as the Abalone Cove. According to a study by Inman in Southern California, it is seen that about 85% of erosion on the coast is due to climate change and human activity.
Human activity due to construction adds on to create changes in the surface of the cliffs that will cause it to wear away, as well as possibly causing mass wasting that will alter the shape of the cliffs. By trying to maintain the area to be hiker friendly, there is also the chance that there will be a lot of removal of the vegetation that grows alongside the cliff that provides the support it needs to not fall apart. The time it takes for a cliff to form depends on its strength. Cliffs with cracks that are closer together on the surface are the ones that tend to wear away quicker. Construction, as well as the removal of plants on the cliffside, causes crevices in the cliff's exterior. And although people love to have houses by the beach and on the marine terrace, it does cause damage to the stability of the cliff. This brings us to believe that Abalone Cove will eventually differ from the way it looks now. However, to avoid increasing the speed of erosion and weathering at Abalone Cove, we could do what the New Zealanders did. They set up a zoning system that would help avoid constructing buildings in places that would be likely to flood or erode. People living in the San Diego area also had to spend millions of dollars in order to create structures that will help lower the chance of erosion along the coast. This was all done in order to keep the tourism in the city. Climate change as well causes drastic changes in the weather. Since this is also a factor in the speed at which geological features erode, we can also plan to help our own environment by lessening the amount of carbon dioxide we emit into the atmosphere. This will help the weather patterns be less extreme, whether it is really hot, cold, or massive storms occurring throughout the seasons. Although it doesn't occur often, if it were to happen, it would cause a disaster. If coastal erosion were to speed up, homes and businesses would be destroyed in the process. Research proves our hypothesis that due to coastal erosion, Abalone Cove, as well as many other coastlines, will eventually collapse. The only way we would be able to save this place is if society is able to change the way they conduct themselves and find a way to balance our needs with those of the environment.